The entertainment world is still reeling from the heartbreaking loss of a true icon. The actress who made quirks and vulnerability her superpower, now gone forever. But in the midst of all the tributes and tears, her beloved daughter has broken her silence, unleashing a storm of raw emotion and untold truths about a life that was far more layered and lowlier than anyone guessed. This woman poured her soul into every role, but her deepest love was reserved for her family, yet hidden beneath that famous grin was a ache that time couldn't heal. Her daughter revealed how she craved connection her whole life, yet embraced being alone. In front of the cameras, she was all warmth and support for her kids. But behind closed doors, she'd lose herself in faded, memories-old notes, grainy pictures, and loves that slipped away. And in her darkest days, when sickness closed in, the industry that once celebrated her turned its back, leaving her isolated, like she'd already faded into the shadows. What secrets did this celebrated star keep locked away, even from those closest to her? Stick around as we uncover the real story behind the smiles that captivated millions. She welcomed her first adopted child, a daughter, into her world in 1996, at an age when most were slowing down, thriving in her craft, fiercely. It stunned everyone around her. She'd never tied the knot, always quipping that her truest partner was her passion for storytelling. After decades of dazzling performances and tangled on-screen romances, she realized the void wasn't about fleeting affairs, it was the need to nurture someone fully, without reservation. Holding that baby girl for the first time, she confided in a chat, "Blood doesn't define family, it's the heart that binds us." Then, in 2001, she brought home a son, calling him the unexpected joy that completed her, that by then she was diving into deeper, more nuanced characters. But parenthood flipped her routine upside down. Dawn wake-ups, cozy bedtime tailies, rushing to school, these were worlds away from the solitary bliss she'd once cherished. Yet she discovered that the warmth of raising kids outshone any award or applause. Those who knew her well said she was utterly committed, guarding her little ones like a fortress. As a global sensation, she drew a firm line: no prying lenses into their lives. She wanted them to chase ordinary dreams, free from the weight of her spotlight. She instilled in them that quiet contentment beats fleeting fame, that compassion trumps celebrity. They blossomed in an environment of care and independence, the kind she wished she'd known growing up. In her own words, from a book she penned, being a mom was her most authentic performance, no rehearsals. No crowds, just everyday moments with her two treasures. For years, she kept her family shielded from the frenzy, letting them build lives away from the chaos. Love, she believed, didn't need an audience to prove its worth. But when she slipped away on that quiet morning, the barriers crumbled. Her daughter, now in her 30s, stepped forward amid the sorrow, sharing intimate glimpses of a mom who was tender, resilient, and utterly devoted right to the end. Raised in a bubble of quiet affection. The daughter remembers a parent who showed love through tiny acts rather than big declarations. She wasn't chasing perfection. It was her realness, the awkward laughs, the messy moments that made the bond unbreakable. Mornings meant fresh breakfasts she prepared herself, outfits chosen with care, and evenings wrapped with a simple question: What sparked joy for you today? It was her way of teaching them to spot happiness in the everyday dot after the loss. The daughter wept endlessly, avoiding the flood of headlines. Those glowing eulogies felt shallow. Only she and her brother truly grasped the softness in their mom's voice during sleepless nights, or how she'd sit nearby in tough times, offering presents over words. To fans, she was untouchable, a trailblazer. To her daughter, she was sanctuary, the guide who encouraged authenticity when the world pushed for pretense. People often wondered why she'd chosen solo parenting so late in life. The daughter smiles, recalling her mom's witty reply. Timing picked Mia, picked the love, and she delivered it purely without strings or pressure. When the daughter chose a low-key path, her mom backed her fully. If it brings you calm, I'm your shadow every step. But no one story is all light. Shadows lurk in every legacy. The daughter stumbled upon a profound secret in her mom's private space. A cozy corner with forgotten scripts, a lukewarm mug, and soft melodies drifting. Tucked away was a weathered journal, bound in leather, edges soft from years of handling, carrying a whisper of her signature scent. Flipping it open, the daughter entered a hidden realm of heartache and unspoken yearning. The opening line hit hard. I gave him my all, a name repeated like a mantra, pulling her into a side of her mom she'd never seen, the fierce independent who preached yet harbored a vulnerable fear of letting go. He kept me feeling young at heart. The entries revealed, harking back to 1971 on an iconic film set. She was vibrant, full of life. He, with those intense, quiet eyes, swept in like a storm she'd chase forever. The daughter read on about stolen moments in bustling cities, shared silences that said everything. Laughter cut through the tension, late-night drives with classic tunes, wind whipping through open windows. He was the fantasy I couldn't escape, the pages confessed, but fame's glare frayed the edges. Entries spoke of vanishings without warning, unanswered pleas, lonely vigils with a glass growing warm. One more reach, and he'd be gone, she wrote. Yet forgiveness came each return, drawn by hope that time would shift his heart. Then came tales of a romantic escape abroad in 1990, a sun-drenched haven where joy felt eternal, meals under stars, tears from laughter. The daughter sensed the turn as the handwriting wavered, commit or let go. His quiet crushed her. That night, staring at twinkling lights, she knew the end. She walked away, never glancing back. Closing the book, the daughter pieced together memories of her mom in that favorite chair. Tea gone cold, eyes glued to reruns of their shared film, a subtle smile at his scenes, laced with longing. Our on-screen forever was my reality, she'd muse. As a kid, the daughter missed the depth. Now, it clicked the gaze of someone clinging to a lost love. On the desk, amid keepsakes, sat a framed scrap of paper, yellowed with age. Curious, once the daughter got a vague smile, just a echo from yesterday. Sorting through after, she found it was his note. You were my deepest. Scribbled quick, stained with life, preserved like treasure. In her wallet, next to kid photos, hid another himyan, suited, gaze averted in a candid snap. The daughter nearly discarded it, but recalled her mom's quip. He dodged the lens, yet commanded eyes. It stayed a fragment of a heart forever loaned. Annually, on his special day, she'd vanish briefly, note left, honoring the past, returning brighter, she'd embrace them. Spin yarns, whip up meals, croon old standards, but her eyes held a gentle haze, like she'd visited a secret realm. In a rare chat, pressed on lingering loves, she tilted her head, voice light him. Eternally, pressed more, a shrug, some souls in bed. No reunion needed. The daughter grasped why her mom stayed single, channeling that all in love to her kids, pure, fearless, healing her own fractures. In later years, home became her haven, tending plants. Simple cooks, flipping through snapshots, the daughter caught her beaming at milestones frozen in time. Daily messages buzzed, hydrated, step outside life's waiting. Now, those voids sting deepest. But those closing chapters brought sorrow too. The daughter watched a once vibrant force dim, hands shaky over breakfast, insisting, just weary, dear. Eyes betrayed, buried, agate, fierce yet concealed. She rarely vented, viewing life as lovely missteps, but old battles resurfaced, scars from skin treatments hidden under layers, mornings at the mirror, tracing marks. Then a defiant grin-proof pain hadn't won. Deeper still, the inner torment she'd fought since Euthanides struggle born of filling voids, dreading rejection. Journal lines shook. Beauty lured, then shattered. Sleepless vigils by windows, garden lights casting ghosts. The daughter would join silently. Her mom. Old lines replaying. Really? Tallying regrets rolls that drained, forced smiles amid heartbreak. Love's dad fled. As health faltered, she shunned outside help, craving her sun-soaked sanctuary. I'll go where joy bloomed. Siblings rotated care, warm drinks, newsreads, vinyl spins. Frail but humming, her essence shone bidding adieu with raw truth near the end. A drawer yielded gratitude lists, shared meals, evening skies, love's fleeting touch. Final words, lived fully, loved deeply. Light holds the rest. Tears flowed. The daughter cherished them. The home grew hushed in those months, a legend reduced to family and medics. Daily, the daughter saw frailty mount aches, fading recalls, like film unraveling. No bouquets arrive, no old friends knocked. The void that hurt most, his absence, the name woven through her tailies. No reach, no whisper. She held no grudge, the daughter shared later. But I did, for her sake. If this story touches your heart, please share it. At dawn that October day, sunlight bathed her cherished space. Her cup steamed, pages open to reflections on affection. The daughter sensed the quiet first, her mom serene in repose, as if pondering, gone gently, breath merging with the infinite. Her brother joined. The home echoed emptiness, even stones grieving. A brief note went out. She left in peace, enveloped by warmth and her crafted world. They lingered in her garden, recalling row.